Hold on. We should be live on both Spreaker and YouTube. Can I get one of you guys to sound check YouTube? Just say something so I can see if it's
Gas the kikes, race for now.
Check 1 2.
out.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check.
Yep, it looks like we're good.
All right, hold on. I'm getting us into West here. I apologize for the stuff. Probably need to move a little closer to my microphone.
No, you sound all right, dude. You don't have to. You don't have to get right up on it.
Well, I mean, I know how much you guys like that, so.
Oh God.
Just go back to where you were.
This is our wrestling ASMR podcast.
My God.
We talk about wrestling.
I'm going to rub two championship belts together. This is how the sleeps at night.
All right, Barry White, sit back.
10 hours of championship belt rubbing, no talking.
Can you imagine how awful that sound would be?
It would be the worst.
Metal on metal, dude. It's not a good sound.
The clinking and then the scraping. Ugh. Stop doing that.
I'm just scratching my beard.
36 ways to say no to weed and still be cool.
Except, how about just like, no, I'm good. I don't smoke. Like,
No,
how you do it.
that's if you want to sound like a fucking faggot. You say it like this if you want to be cool. No, do I look like a hippie? No, grow up, you addict. No, thank you. I have a job.
Oh,
No.
wow. That's kind of a fucked up thing to say to people.
Scamper off, you junkie.
Hold on.
Get away from
I need
me.
just
I'm
1
clean.
second, and then we will get started with this fucking show.
I'm just going to keep listing these off while you start the show. No thanks. Dopeheads suck. No way. Bob Marley is awful. Ask me again in 10,000 years. Sorry, I love my family. No, I'm allergic to hate. I never inject. Weed sucks. Are we on?
We've been on for about 5 minutes. Are we good, Gunner?
Yeah. I mean, like we're in there. We're just they're just watching a Royal Rumble right now, and it should be like 10 minutes or so until they get back on. We'll just get started and fuck it. We'll do it live.
No,
We got a while to go. So.
All right. Well, in that case, let's just theme song it up.
That's just so strange. We have Batista's dick on the show today. This is kind of awful. But beyond the fact, hello everybody. My name is Gunner, and this is Smark Snark number 243. Thank you, podcastthemes.com, for that particular theme song that Batista Dick added the wonderful improvised slam poetry lyrics to.
They couldn't hear it because I muted them.
There was wonderful. You missed it for our premium users. I'm sure that on the whatchamacallit there, the Patreon. I'm sure that they'll be able to listen to the whole album of Batista's Dick slam poetry. It's
I am
26
tired. I am tired of the white man being oppressed like this.
It's 67 tracks of that, so get used to it. Joining us this week is, by the way, this week is going to be a little shorter, or a little longer than last week, considering the fact that, Windows 10 had to update, and we decided, you know what, screw it, we're going to do the show in 10 minutes. So we're going to try to do the show in a little bit longer of a period of time, so it's actually listenable. So joining us this week is Omega BR.
No. Omega VR is
No?
out this week.
Oh, okay. Then our wonderful technical producer, Mr. Jacob GDS.
I'm here. That's about all I can say for it.
And we have Save Us Dog.
I am also around this podcast. All the way around it. I engulf it with my yes.
Speaking of round, NetJester is here.
Around, abound. I could say something else, but it'd probably get nasty real quick. Anyway, hi everybody. How you doing?
Hello.
WLC Masters.
WC
Hi.
Masters is here. Batista's dick is here.
Okay, I don't want to get too political or anything because you guys were saying I shouldn't get too political or edgy before the show. So I just want to say this: I'm speaking for the whole podcast here. I'm sure I'm not going to get specific or anything, but I think we all.
You did that on purpose, didn't you, Yankum?
And whatchamacallit? And also joining us this week, whatchamacallit? It's Shao Kahn.
Hello, everyone.
Also known as Smoot.
Yep, it's Smoot. So we're gonna start off with something normal, and I like to say with all of us here, fuck you, Violator, you piece of fucking Irish trash. Just because you think our podcast is shitty doesn't mean it shouldn't belong in West, so go fuck yourself. We're gonna start with
hold on, can I ask you a question? Were we in West on Spreaker?
We are in West on Spreaker as soon as they're done with their video.
Okay, no we are not, because it just shut down again.
No, we are not, because it just shut down again. Are you
We
fucking
are only live on YouTube.
We are only live on YouTube.
Then fucking put YouTube on.
I will put the YouTube on then. You giant piece of shit.
Yep.
Why did Spreaker stop working?
I don't know. I know the broadcast tower went down again.
Fantastic.
So nobody can hear us again?
Not if they're trying to listen on Spreaker. All we have is YouTube.
Hold on.
No, we're up on YouTube.
Okay. And then I will add the YouTube link.
I just fucking...
I don't understand how the hell every week.
I don't know. It's not hot. I just reached my hand inside, and it's not especially hot inside of that computer. So it's not overheating. I don't know what the issue is. I'm going to have to rip it apart and probably rebuild it with whatever other scraps I can find.
Rip it apart with my bare hands.
Yeah, with his bare hands. Whatchamacallit?
That's funny, because it's always been a fantasy of mine to be a sex slave to two bears.
Oh, you had to get him started on that, didn't you?
Well, I mean, I thought it was your fantasy there, NetJester, but, that's just me. News. WWE has blocked contract UK wrestlers from appearing on FlowSlam broadcasted events as Pete Dunne was removed from the IPW UK and Lucha Forever live streams. Westside Extreme Wrestling released a statement that Dunne, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven have all been pulled from their booking this weekend due to WWE commitments.
If any of the wrestlers or anybody watching wrestling is surprised by this move, you're a fucking mark, because this is what WWE does all the time.
Yep.
It's sad but true.
It's time for a monopoly. Yay!
Exactly. Also, the most recently released WOR confirmed that Kenny Omega will stay with New Japan, at least for another year. So I expect Kenny Omega to win the New Japan Cup and or which we'll call it, become the New Japan World Heavyweight Champion sometime in June. Right before that,
the IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
That's what I meant. That's what I said. There you go. Play it back.
No.
That's what I said.
So, did anyone here actually think Kenny Omega was going to leave New Japan for WWE?
No. But
Okay, good.
but you gotta laugh because even Kenny's working everyone. He's just like, I want to do something maybe on Sunday, even though he confirmed he's gonna be in fucking Chile when the Royal Rumble is happening. It's like,
Exactly.
no, it's not happening.
And then and then they're going to reports on Saturday that he missed his flight to Chile and that he's stuck in America. Watch. Yeah, I bet you anything.
Dude, I thought maybe, just maybe, WWE would throw some serious money at him just to fuck over New Japan. But I'm happy that
at this point, that's what it's to. That's it.
Kenny's the one guy like I don't want to see go to WWE.
Yeah, like he's too. I hate to say the word edgy, but I really do think it applies in this case. He's too edgy for WWE. If he goes there, it's just gonna kill him dead.
Like Edge.
Like every other fucking wrestler. I mean, like as soon as a wrestler goes to WWE, their quality of their product goes fucking way down.
Right.
So like from a fan standpoint, it's like there's no reason to want a guy to go to WWE.
Exactly.
Well,
Go
ahead.
They make more money, I guess, but like as a guy, like it doesn't really affect me how much money they make. I can only care about how good of a product they put on, and WWE's product fucking blows.
In every sense of the word. I think the case in point here is the fact that Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. I mean, look at those two. You know, they did everything that they could over in New Japan. Carl could have been, you know, what was he? He was the finalist in the New Japan Cup, right? Or not the New Japan Cup.
G1.
No, he was finalist in G1.
That's what I meant. Yeah. And he was a finalist in G1, you know, and he did all this stuff over there. And Luke did all this stuff over there too. But they brought him over here just so they could be like little broskies and, you know, job to the New Day week in and week out. I mean, come on. What kind of joke is that for the two of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet, you know, legitimately, who could, you know, run a wonderful little NWO revival thing, call it something new, call it something whatever you want. But like New Day gimmicks, comedy spots. I mean, what the hell was that during the summer? I think it was like a picnic thing.
Nobody liked their comedy spots at all. They just thought they were the worst thing.
All day. Let me remind you of the
Don't
day.
remind me.
Don't remind anyone of that.
So there you go. I mean, that's just
Hey, it's like we're the most dominant tag team in Japan. Now we're a complete joke. Wow.
Exactly. Moving on. Pentagon Jr. announced his departure from AAA. We'll start going by the name of Penta L. Penta L 0M. Is that
Penta L
Sierra
Sierra Meadow.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Penta L Sierra Meadow. As AAA and Lucha Underground own the Junior and the Pentagon Dark names. So, not terribly surprised that he left, considering that AAA is a sinking ship. Even though we could have seen that, you know, a couple Triple Mania ago, at least.
Wow, how bad is?
You know, like Lucha Libre is pretty much like that. If you think like what Big Show does, like in this Royal Rumble we're watching right here, is bad. Like Lucha Libre feds are like the embodiment of move over new stars.
Yeah. Like
So I haven't heard how bad is the situation at AAA right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Ouch.
Are they in serious danger of going under, like not existing?
CMLL way better anyway.
No, not exactly, but they're not in a good spot, relatively speaking.
It's kind of like asking if WWE is in a spot to go under. I mean, they're still going to do decently financially, even if they make questionable booking decisions. But there needs to be a point where they reverse it, or they will start to see diminishing returns on it.
Yeah, it's bad. Not good news. But great news for Pentagon. I really wish he would have thought of any other fucking name in the world, but I don't know.
You don't like Pentagal Ohm?
Penta L 3M. You could have Post-it notes.
Hexagon.
Yeah, like lucha names and masks and all that copyright stuff. That's just a whole nother rabbit hole.
It's so
it's gone, baby, gone. Penta's gone. Okay.
No.
Stop.
Madnet Jester. Go to your room. Stop it. Get some help.
You're grounded.
According to Wrestling Observer Newsletter, there have been rumors that Brian James, Road Dogg, had replaced Ryan Ward as the head writer of SmackDown. The story is that James got a corporate promotion over Ward, but they are sharing the job of pitching SmackDown to Vince McMahon. Once they pitch the show, Vince makes his rewrites as he sees fits, and James has been the guy who reads the show to other producers at production meetings for some time now. Ward is still technically titled the lead writer of the show. So apparently, what it is, it's Road Dogg getting a lot more power backstage than you would normally expect.
What the fuck's the difference between a booker and a writer?
The writer is the one who writes the segments. The booker is the person who puts them together, like who says this person and this person should work together.
Can I blame Ryan Ward for the garbage dialogue?
No.
Yes.
No, not necessarily.
To some degree, because the writers are the ones who are writing the scripts, and a lot of these wrestlers are taking the words pretty much straight from the scripts. The exception are some of the top guys: Dean Ambrose, John Cena, obviously. AJ Styles is probably allowed to deviate, but for the most part, all of the mid card or anyone below that level, which is like everyone on SmackDown, they're reading straight from the script, so they're getting in serious trouble.
Pretty much what the problem is like we have a bunch of writers who are not wrestling writers, but Hollywood writers. Therefore, they probably don't know any shit about wrestling.
Like every time I try to watch Raw or SmackDown or anything WWE, it's like it just hits me right in the face. Like this fucking dialogue is unwatchably bad. It is fucking terrible. Like I can't sit through it.
I see that a lot more on Raw than on SmackDown. On SmackDown,
stopped broadcasting. No, wait, that's just the Speaker podcast.
Like SmackDown, all of the women on SmackDown are given at least decent lines and are given a chance to deliver them with some sort of emotion. And on Raw, you have Charlotte giving 10-minute monotone screaming promos. So there's differences, but it's just more Road Dogg is moving up a bit more on the ladder.
Triple H's friends are getting over, brother.
Well, he's been around there for like a long while now as a producer and doing that. Remember the Are You Serious thing that he did with Josh Matthews? So he's been there for quite a bit, so it makes sense.
That's one show I miss. Are You Serious? That was an incredible show.
That was a good show. But like, if you're Charlotte, you're the daughter of Ric Flair, how do you suck at promos?
Very easily.
You're on Raw, that's how.
Or if you talk like this all the time.
It's because she replaces volume for emotion. Yep. She's been doing it for a very long time. They need to hire an acting coach, one for each brand.
They did. They had to fucking they have.
You know who the acting coach is, right? The acting coach is, right? Vince McMahon.
Also, didn't Roman when he got injured, he took acting classes and it didn't do shit for him.
Didn't help at all.
Not at all.
You can't just
again. I don't blame that. I mean, I do blame him a little bit, but I also just blame the quality of the writing too. You can't have anyone say lines like "tater tots" and have them be seriously. I don't fucking Stone Cold can make tater tots get over as a line.
Well, the big thing is, once they pitch the show, Vince then makes his rewrites as he sees fit. So it doesn't matter how good of a script they give Vince. He's going to, okay, sparkle crotch here, tater tits there, whatever the fuck else somewhere else. He's going to jam his shit in there anyway, so.
It's like, whatchamacallit? It's like 14-year-olds having sex. They're just going to jam their shit in there anyway.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Tell me I'm wrong. During today's Triple H conference call, H spoke about the WWE Cruiserweights, noting they are a work in progress. He says that 205 Live allows them to show more of what the talents can do, but the exposure that they can get on the Raw is massive. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, there has been a doctrine in recent weeks to keep the Cruiserweight matches on Raw much shorter. It may be because of poor quarter-hour ratings, but that's not been confirmed. Recent reports have noted that 205 Live does poor viewership numbers on the network, and most SmackDown tapings feature a dark main event after 205 Live in an attempt to keep people in the crowd around. So, 205 Live kind of struggling what they're doing.
Wow, surprising.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it turns out when you have a bunch of cruiserweights and you make them put on generic WWE matches and you don't let them get over at all, they don't get over.
Here's what I can't believe it, but WWE has made me not care about cruiserweights. I can't believe it. But I remember like one time when West was dead, one time Big as Gaijin and I were talking about the cruiserweights, and my thesis question, I guess, to all of you about the cruiserweights is, if WWE doesn't care, why should I?
Well, the only thing, real quick, the only thing about this is these guys deserve better. I've been watching a bunch of these guys before they even got on the WWE's radar, and they could probably shine as stars in any indie promotion, but now that they've just been gobbled up by the massive monster that is WWE, they're going into obscurity, and damn it should piss everybody off.
Pretty much what I feel like it is. It's like, pretty much they have no time to give a character, no background. It's just like we put out two wrestlers out there doing flips and shit. Like them.
Right. Yeah. And you have three gimmicks which are exactly the same. Gulak, what we'll call it? Gulak, the guys who are in the tag matches together. Gulak, what the hell is the other guy's names?
Tony Nese.
Nese, yep.
Yeah, exactly. I can't even remember them. It's those three guys against like Mustafa Ali and what should we call it? The other guy. Oh, what's his name?
Davari and
this is a great breakdown of all the cruiserweights on 205 Live. That guy, what's his name?
Yeah,
exactly.
See, this is
that's painful.
We don't even know their names because WWE won't build them up. It's like, why should we care about them?
Well,
we can't even remember their name.
They're not unique in any way. The only one that was unique, for the most part, was Jack Gallagher because he had a different style. But you've noticed how they've kind of changed his style so that he fits in with the WWE mold. Exactly. He was getting over different. And he spoke differently, and he acted differently, and he still kind of does, and people still like him for it, but they're really trying to shove him into that WWE mold. They got to learn that this has to be something completely different, or it just needs to fuck off.
I don't get like why there has to be a sort of separate cruiserweight division and not just more cruiserweights on the roster. Because if you have a separate cruiserweight division,
brother,
you get the situation of fucking.
You already answered your own question right there. WWE and cruiserweights. I mean, they've had to make a distinction between cruiserweights, and it's exactly the problem they had with Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is 5'8", 180 pounds. He is if I was at the correct weight. Okay, whatever. But if I was at the correct weight, I would weigh as much and be as tall as Daniel Bryan, to be perfectly honest. And an average Joe like myself getting over as the WWE champion, you'd have to be someone special to be able to do that. You got to be 6 foot. You got to be 6'2", 220 pounds or whatever. And it's like, holy shit! Hold on a second. I'm gonna stop the phone here, everybody. Let me just spell this for you. Cruiserweight. CREWSERWEIGHT.
Oh, you just had to point that out, didn't you?
It makes sense though, because the only person weighing as much as the cruiserweights is Apollo.
I always knew you were illiterate.
Jesus Christ Almighty! What is this education system brought us?
Can it be saved?
We have an education system?
Here's the real question: can the cruiserweights be saved at this point, or is it already a lost cause?
No, they could be saved. Of course, they can be saved.
Well,
they just
theoretically
need to be forgotten about.
Theoretically,
they just need to be.
They could be saved, but they won't because it's WWE and they have no interest in saving them. So they could be, but they won't.
Right. Basically, it's my hope is that they forget about them. Literally just forget about them. Like they have 205 Live and that's about it. And like they get like their one segment on Raw and they're just forgotten about. And like once they develop that, like, okay, so don't get me wrong. NXT sucked for like the first bunch of seasons. I mean, it sucked balls. Do you remember watching NXT in the early 2010s? I do. That was awful.
Oh, God.
Does anybody want to watch another promo challenge?
No.
Does anybody want to watch another dance off?
Make it
No.
stop.
This is the current era of the cruiserweight division. They're doing through the NXT phase. Basically, they have to WWE it, and then they have to forget about it and put it on the back burner. And then when they actually, filter out the crap and they let the actual cruiserweights be cruiserweights like they were in WCW in the mid-90s, we'll be good.
So you're saying eventually the cruiserweights will be able to put on forgettable matches every week?
Eventually, they'll be able to put on something good, relatively speaking, every week. Right. Moving on.
I sure hope it's good as the WCW Cruiserweight division, but yeah, moving on.
Moving on. Dutch Mantel, a.k.a. We the People, Zeb Coulter, is officially back on the TNA creative team, working with John Gebrick and Matt Conway. Independent talent Congo Kong. Holy shit, there's a person named Congo Kong. Is scheduled to start as a regular at the next tapings. Congo Kong, ladies and gentlemen.
What? That guy makes the TNA? Damn.
Who?
I know.
Just image search. He looks exactly like you'd think he'd look like.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm imagining a lot of shit right now.
I mean, I've seen him in AIW, but...
Dude, he actually fit all of the images in my head. Wow. Is he going to be, like, full gimmick? Because for anybody who doesn't know what Kyle Kong looks like, he has, like, this vague, generic, like, tribal face paint on that covers his entire face. And he's kind of like a fat Samoan. And he has wild, kind of unkempt hair.
I've seen worse.
So he's the TNA Roman Reigns.
Yeah, he looks basically like TNA Roman Reigns.
I expected him to look like this.
Oh, that's really going to play over the radio.
I know, too. I expected him to kind of look like this.
Well, I mean, we're broadcasting video out, so... Oh!
You said Congo Kong. I was like, is it some sort of Donkey Kong ripoff here? Come on, dude.
I wondered if one of you was going to pull that out of your hat, but at least one of you remembers Magilla Gorilla, so that's something.
Exactly, Magilla Gorilla. So I thought it would be that kind of gimmick. It'd be a silly monkey gimmick, not some like racist, oh, I'm Congo Kong, blah 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 blah, some white guy in blackface or something like that, looking like this. It's just ridiculous. What a name! What a name! WWE made the following announcement via press release this morning. Announced today that the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia will host the 30th anniversary of the Royal Rumble on Sunday, January 28th, 2018. So the next Royal Rumble's in Philly.
Here we go again.
Remember the last time it was in Philly? Does anybody remember what happened the last time it was in Philly?
We just watched it.
Lots of fun. The crowd loved it. They were super into it. There were lots of chants.
It was a great match.
It was a great match and totally the right winner won. Oh, God.
I remember the optimism after that Rumble, too. Everyone was so excited.
Yep.
And also the ratings went way fucking up after that.
Is this the apology Rumble? This is definitely an apology Rumble.
This is okay, so hold on. We will get into our Rumble predictions here because we have a 15-minute side limit today, and we're going to get into that. But we'll talk about that when we get there. Moving on. Shane Thorne of TM61 recently suffered a knee injury and underwent surgery. They worked on the injury angle last week with a revival and taking him out. He's expected to be out for 7 to 9 months. So we'll see you. Oh, geez. We'll see you in September. TM61 when they're relevant again.
I heard that like the NXT tag team division is good, but I have not been paying attention to it at all. Is it good?
They have a division?
There are good teams. there are two good teams.
I heard Revival. I heard the two good teams were really good.
Revival and DIY are great. The Authors of Pain, who are clearly getting the title push, are very mediocre and dangerous.
They sound it.
I like this tag title match on Saturday. I give no craps about it because they've not really built it up that much. They give me no reason to care about Authors of Pain.
It's a poor card.
We have to talk about that too.
It's a poor card, top to bottom, really.
Right. We're gonna jump into Mania rumors here, so we're just gonna do this quick. WWE is working out towards AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. Yay or boo?
Don't want it.
If it's a street fight, yes.
I'm hoping Angle and Shane kind of street fight where it's just fucking intense. And no play class, thank you. But something fucking intense. And then Shane falls off of something big. That'd be nice.
Yeah, AJ's the best, and Shane can hurl his body off of shit. So it sounds like it'll be fun.
Exactly. One of the reasons Undertaker has been appearing on Monday nights is because his Mania opponent is on Raw. Well, I don't know about that. It might be Roman.
It is.
No, bro. It might be Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. They're facing each other post-Rumble house show circuit, and it's a common sign they'll be feuding on television soon, and maybe an indication they have plans to have them wrestle for the Universal title on Mania.
Someone kill me.
Hold it. We were talking about that before the pre-show, before you got here, Gunner, and we were thinking that would be a delightful form of an absolute car wreck to watch.
Why do you talk so excited? You talk like you're on meth all the time.
Because he is.
Oh,
There's not a lot.
You're implying he isn't.
Something's got to keep you going sometimes. If it's not sugar, then it's cocaine, then it's meth. You just move through things,
He's high on life, guys. Come on.
Can we move it
And
along?
meth.
We could spend hours talking about what a shit show NetJester is, or we could
or
actually have a wrestling
WrestleMania. Either
podcast.
way, it's the same difference. But yeah, we're gonna get into the 15-minute time limit here, and oh god, it's Mania. It's Rumble time, and it's NXT time, so we'll have to do an extension onto this too. So go.
All right, so are we just going with our Rumble predictions or what?
No, we're gonna go through the card, and then we're gonna go to the Rumble predictions.
All right, do it.
Yeah, ding, 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 because we don't have sound effects because I need to refill the broadcast hour.
Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax.
Ding.
Anybody else want to watch Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax? Because I know.
No!
Next.
Cesaro and Sheamus versus Gallows and Andersons for the Raw Tag Team titles on the pre-show. Tag Team titles on the pre-show.
Doug had a point. Do what? Because if they're tripping with hairy armpits, then maybe.
All right, so this tag team match. It's two jobber teams. They're great wrestlers. Well, one of the guys in the match is a fucking fantastic wrestler. The other three, whatever. It's gonna be a fucking fine match technically. I don't care about the result though.
I like how one of the teams has the belts and we're still calling them a jobber team.
They feel like it.
Yeah, they do.
The whole gimmick for this
doesn't build
match.
anyone up.
The whole gimmick for this match is they're going to be two referees because the last one they had that whole referee bullshit. So they're going to double up on the referee bullshit. Should be fun.
It was a clusterfuck.
Right, exactly. And we're not looking forward to it. Moving on, Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, and Naomi versus Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya. I fell asleep talking about that.
What?
Alexa
Why
Bliss.
is that?
Alexa Bliss is really cute. That's all I have to say.
She's 4'11" of damn.
It was
She's a really talented wrestler. And why are we doing this stupid shit?
It was added on SmackDown. They're probably just time filler. I would guess it's in between one of the title matches and the Rumble.
Right. Looking
40
forward
pounds
to
of bad attitude and a 20-pound sack.
5 minutes. Nikki Bella pins Natalya.
I hope so.
4
Sure, why
minutes.
not?
Okay, 4-minute 23. Under over.
Over.
I would hope over.
Over by a minute.
Over only because you have to have everybody get in. But it's only
you're right.
Gotta get this shit in.
I'm going to go under by 3 seconds.
Okay. Ha! See, he got it.
Oh,
He got it. He got it. Rich Swann versus Neville for the cruiserweight title. Yes.
eh.
Meh.
I mean, they're
Depends
both.
upon what they let them do.
Hold on. But the breaking news sound. Apparently, according to West, the 6-woman tag match is not on the main Rumble card anymore.
Oh, thank God.
Kickoff so that means I don't have to watch it. I don't have to watch that bullshit. Awesome.
All right, so Neville versus Rich Swann. They're both really good technical wrestlers. They're going to wrestle a WWE match though, so it's not gonna suck, but it's not gonna be great. I don't care about the result either.
And it's for a title no one cares about, so.
I think Neville wins it, and then what? He's the 4th cruiserweight champion in 6 months.
Less than that.
They need to
Like,
stop
less
hot
than 6 months.
potatoing it so goddamn much.
Yeah, and no one likes to hold on to that thing because it's like chlamydia. But moving on. Speaking of chlamydia, Charlotte versus Bayley for the Raw Women's title.
Oh, come on. That's going to be a good match.
Why didn't they wait until Mania to do this? Is there any reason why they're rushing
there
this?
needs to be
WWE.
There needs to be a fuck finish in this match to set up the Mania match.
You know what I love?
Also, what else is on this show outside of the 2 main title matches as far as like the Universal and WWE title?
Fucking nothing.
Exactly. So they needed
there's a
something.
Rumble, and that's about it.
They got 4 hours. Wait, this one isn't 4 hours, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, dude, they got 4 hours to fill plus 2 hours of pre-show. They need to just throw shit out there at this point. So
Exactly.
we all
This
know
is
it's going to
gonna
be a fuck
disgusting.
finish. It's going to be pointless. No one cares.
Wait, are the mid-card titles even on the line on this show?
Nope.
What the fuck?
Shit.
Because the
Typical.
U.S. title, because Jericho is being held above the ring, and whatchamacallit, Dean Ambrose is being crazy, banging what's her face.
And he's in the Rumble.
Right.
Oh yeah, that
So-
would imply Dean Ambrose defending a title, right?
Wait, why is
Exactly.
he in a Rumble if he has the fucking belt?
You could have
Well,
him be the
yeah.
one of the Rumble.
Yeah, but like, why? Yeah, but like, just from a booking standpoint, why does he not have like a match?
He's
I
not wrong.
guarantee you.
That's happened
guar-
on several occasions where people with mid-card titles have defended their titles prior to the Rumble and
I can see.
participated in.
I expect a segment on the pay-per-view when they run really short on time, and they're like, "Oh shit, we need to put something else in here," and it'll be Dean Ambrose versus No Chin McGee over there. And it'll be like a 30-second match, you know, and No Chin McGee will be like, "I don't want to hurt you, Dean," and Dean's like, "Oh well," does a dirty deeds, does a wacky line, and is done with him.
You know, I just realized why they need Dean in the Rumble. They need him in the Rumble because they need him to do that fucking rebound lariat like 5 times.
Yes, basically.
Because
Yes, his shitty Nigel lariat.
yeah,
Kyle O'Reilly does it better.
oh, fucking much better.
Kyle O'Reilly does everything better. That's not a fair comparison.
Well, true.
So
Speaking of
Yankum,
Kyle,
and I just want to draw attention to the fact that Yankum cannot spell lariat.
Oh,
please
shit.
spell it for him.
Yeah, you're gonna get on me.
Someone send Stan Hansen after him.
Yes, since Hansen after Yankum.
Oh, I pay money to see that.
He comes up in the car.
What the
That's
fuck?
great.
God damn it, Bob.
Let's get on with the real shit here.
Real shit here. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns in a no DQ match for the Universal title with Chris Jericho suspended above the ring in a shark cage.
What's the point of having
Wait a
Jericho in the cage? If it's
Oh,
a
stop right there.
Because it's
Stop
their new
right there. I
toy.
know exactly
Yeah,
what
it's so they
is.
can sell
Yes.
toys.
Yes, it's the new
Yep.
toy.
I don't know.
Shark cages are heat.
Do you guys care about this match?
I do,
I
only because I want to make sure that Jericho and Owens don't fuck up the shark cage spot like the Authors of Pain did at that last NXT
no
event.
shit. They fucked it up hardcore.
So bad.
And they threw a chain in the audience. Somebody
Exactly.
could have lost a fucking
I
eye.
nearly killed a guy. Yes.
Somebody could have lost an eye. So I think Owens is probably professional enough that whenever Jericho drops whatever he's gonna drop, it'll be fine. Or wait, no, it's a no DQ match, so I don't know.
She's gonna drop something.
So
the
it's
whole
like,
gimmick
Drop
is
something.
you drop something from the cage and then the dude uses it.
Right.
No DQ or not, just
but
means he's
it's-
going to use it in front of the ref's face.
that seems
Maybe it'll
kind
be a
of pointless.
taser.
It'll be something.
That'd be
Drops the gun.
hilarious. It would be hilarious if he dropped like one of those little like tasers that chicks carry in their purse, and he just tased fucking Reigns right there in the middle of the ring,
And then
pinned him.
smoke
So wait a minute. Hold on.
starts
Stop.
billowing from his body like in TNA.
Question.
Like a
Question. I know
taser
this-
baton, not a taser gun.
This is gonna be stupid, but okay. So here's the question. This is a no DQ match, right?
Right.
So what if Kevin Owens gets the keys, like it's on a big block, right? And he throws it up to Jericho. Jericho is able to catch it, or it lands in the cage because the bars are wide enough. Jericho unlocks himself and lets himself down from the cage.
That cage is a little bit too high up to do that safely, though.
Depending
Depending on how high they put it up there.
Yeah,
But here's the swerve.
Here's
Here's the
thing.
swerve. It's New Jack in a Chris Jericho costume.
in NXT, the ring wasn't the ring wasn't like somebody athletic like Jericho, somebody that's not 100 years old could presumably hang by the edge of the cage and then drop down safely.
And be safely, yeah. And it'd be like off a ladder.
You couldn't get Paul Ellering to do that, but you could get Jericho to do that.
Maybe we'll see how low the bar is, but watch out for that, because if it's a no DQ match and he's supposed to stay in there, will they DQ him because he leaves? That's my only question. All right, moving on. What do we call it? We've got the AJ Styles versus John Cena for the WWE title.
Cena wins.
This is going to be match of the night.
AJ.
Considering that Elimination Chamber is their next pay-per-view, and how they used to do this a lot back when Elimination Chamber was regularly at that spot, I expect AJ Styles to win this one and then Cena to pick up the belt at Elimination Chamber.
I don't expect Cena to pick up the belt at Elimination Chamber. I expect whoever it is that they want to face somebody else will pick up the belt and be the person to go to which is why I'm going to predict a SmackDown superstar or a person who wants to go after the SmackDown belt will be the winner of the Royal Rumble. But I will not give away my winner of the Royal Rumble yet until we predict about it here next.
You guys are way overthinking this. Let me ask you this. Who is in this match?
Cena and AJ?
And which one of those guys is going to win, Lol?
AJ?
Incorrect, you fucking
Because he
faggot.
lost, because he won the last couple?
Yeah, so it makes no sense for Cena to win, right? So therefore...
He's got a point. Usually
He
when
does.
it makes no sense for Cena to win.
Well,
that's
here's
when
the
it
problem,
happens.
right? Well, here's the problem, and here's the hard logic that we're rolling up against. 16.
Oh no.
No, it's not the age that Shao Kahn actually discovered Japanese animated porn. No, it's the number of title belts that John Cena's held.
Oh, yeah. And they're going to do that at WrestleMania, I bet.
Yep. I bet you they'll do it at WrestleMania. I bet you he doesn't even get to touch the belt until
They could have Cena win the belt and then drop it at Elimination Chamber and then win the belt again and then surpass the record instead of just tying it.
Oh, God. They would totally do that, too.
Ew. Oh, God. That's
Ew.
gross. Moving on.
Let's talk about the Rumble.
Rumble.
Also false.
Rumble time.
It was 15. It was 15.
All right. So in the Rumble currently, and I'm going to go through this list quickly. Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Chris Jericho, Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin, Seth Rollins, The Undertaker, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, Sheamus, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Luke Harper, Mojo Rawley, Big Show, Big Cass, Sami Zayn, Rusev, and 8 others. We do not know who the 8 are. We can take a guess who the 8 are, but we don't know.
It's me.
NXT, the entire NXT roster is expected to be backstage at the Alamo Dome on Sunday in gimmick, so they'll be all available as Rumble entrants. We are predicting as a group here that number 10 will be, of course, The Miz.
It's me.
And they're gonna make fucking tie number 11.
They'll make tie 11. Yes, exactly. But no, we're expecting Ty Dillinger at number 10. And if you're in the crowd at the Alamo Dome, please, and you're listening to this, please do me a favor and just chant 10 when it's the number 10 entrant.
No,
and just keep chanting it until he comes out.
Surprise entrant at number 12. Never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo. That's my prediction. That is my prediction. Steve
okay,
Mongo
all right, hold
McMichael
on.
At number
let's make
12.
let's make this a little more structured here so that we can get through. Okay, I'm gonna go down the list here, and you're gonna give me who you want to win, who you think is going to win, and your dark horse. Oh my God, why would they put this person? But it would be so cool if they did. Person that's actually realistically in the match. We'll start with Yankum.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at West's chat. What now?
Good job, Yankum.
Good job.
I'm trying to do the social media stuff and the. What am I predicting?
Okay. You're predicting who will win, who you want to win, and who you think is a dark horse.
Who I think will win. Rollins, maybe. Possibly Goldberg.
Rollins isn't in the match, you dumbass.
He's listed here in the fucking thing. Oh, that's right. He lost to Sami Zayn.
Yes, he lost
on
to Sami
fucking
Zayn.
Raw. I forgot about that. Somebody fixed the format. Holy shit. That completely throws it off. In that case, shit. Who do we got here?
I'll come back to
Braun
you.
is gonna win, by the way, just in case you didn't know.
I'll come back to you. Batista's dick. Who do you? Hold on. Batista's dick.
Braun is gonna win. I want Braun to win. My dark horse is Braun.
Okay.
And
Same as
also,
dog.
Goldberg is my dark horse.
I bet you it is. Same as dog.
Who I want to win is Braun Strowman. Who I think is going to win is Braun Strowman, and who is going to win is John Cena.
You mean your dark horse is John Cena?
Sure.
Okay, that works. Shao Kahn.
I think Braun's gonna win. Who I want to win? Baron Corbin, and my dark horse, Undertaker.
Well, I mean, if we're going with like who I really want to win, I want Daniel Bryan to win, but whatever.
Obviously, all right. WFC Masters.
Well, who I think is going to win is probably going to be Braun Strowman because Vince fucking loves him. Who I would want to win personally would be actually Chris Jericho, because if anyone deserves it, I think he does. And who I think is going to be a dark horse win would be Samoa Joe, because that would be fucking awesome.
Fucking A, you stole it from me. God damn it. No.
Actually,
WFC, WFC, we're thinking a lot alike, actually.
Yeah.
I think Chris Jericho is going to win. I think it's going to be Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho at Mania for the Universal title. I think that it's going to be Roman and Strowman for the US title at Mania in like a sub-main event kind of thing. I think that I think that Chris Jericho is going to win. I want Rusev to win or Cesaro, but Rusev really I want to win because is it just me? And I've pointed this out a couple times in West, but I really want to point this out now. Every single time that an old timer comes in or somebody from the past comes in, they always have a segment with Rusev, and Rusev performs amazingly well. And it just seems to me that they keep buttering him up for this main event push, and I'm waiting for it, and I'm waiting for them to pull the trigger, and I'm sure he is too. But we'll see. I think that's Rusev. I want Rusev to win. My dark horse to win, and the person I think is actually going to last the longest in the Mania is Sami Zayn. 52. I'm going to go 52 minutes for Sami.
Undertaker also is a possibility.
Yes.
I don't.
Because then that sets up Undertaker versus. Wait, what do you get for winning the Rumble? You win a shot against
somebody.
You win a shot against either title, is my understanding.
It used to be that, but
So wait, so it's the guy's choice or what?
That's
Yes,
my
the guy's choice.
understanding.
Yes.
All right,
So someone from Raw could go after the WWE title, or someone from SmackDown could go after the Universal.
Right.
I think it'll probably be Undertaker winning the Rumble. Or I mean, it could be. I don't like. It could be Undertaker winning the Rumble and challenging Roman.
Well, the rumor is that he's going to be. He's got a match at Mania for not the title, which would make sense because at this point you can't really put the title on Taker. He can't do it anymore.
It's still it's still Taker. Don't get me wrong. It's he's perfectly awesome and whatnot. However, I don't think putting a title in a Taker feud really is necessary. Another thing that people have suggested is Samoa Joe entering surprisingly and then winning the whole thing. I could see that happening as well, but that's my dark horse, really. Because that's not necessarily something I see them doing, but I could see them maybe getting desperate and deciding that would be the best idea. And I could also see Finn coming back early. And having that because he had that medical evaluation today or like yesterday or something like that. And if that went well, then he could come back and win the Rumble and then try to get his Universal title back, which would
What if Taker wins and he's just like, you know what, Roman? I know you don't have a belt right now, but I want to challenge you because you're the fucking strongest guy in this roster by a mile.
No.
Everyone else sucks except you, Roman, and I want to face you. And then he jobs to him clean at fucking Mania.
You stop that right now.
Hey,
yeah.
You know what the best part is? Let's go back to old school SmackDown versus Raw story mode storylines. So instead of going to WrestleMania to face instead of going to WrestleMania and face a championship belt, I'm gonna go face the Undertaker. But I am the Undertaker, so I'm going to go face myself.
All right.
We have NXT to go through, but like Doug's saying, it's really not that great.
I've got my predictions ready. I decided. Okay, so who I want to win is Sami Zayn, who I think is the dark horse that's going to last a long time and get really close is Randy Orton, because why the fuck not? And
has
probably
Orton won a Mania? Is Orton won once? Yes.
Yeah.
He won the one before Mania 25.
Who I think is going to win is Brock Lesnar. I think he's going to win. No, Goldberg. Sorry, Goldberg. And then Lesnar's going to pick up the title at the pay-per-view in between, and it'll be Goldberg and Lesnar for the title at Mania.
Don't they have a match? What the fuck? Don't they have a don't like Goldberg and Brock have a match? At the Rumble?
No, they're both in the Rumble.
No, they're both in the Rumble. So what I'm saying is one of them is going to win the title in between the Royal Rumble and Mania, and then the other one is going to win the Royal Rumble, and then they will face each other for the title at Mania, because fuck you, you're not allowed to like things ever.
Right. Okay.
Yes, roster.
Exactly. So we're gonna go through some NXT matches here. We're gonna do this quickly. Roderick Strong versus Almas.
I really hope Roddy wins because
he's awesome. Boots.
This is really the only hope of a good match outside the main event.
I don't know, but Almas has been on a tear as a big heel. I don't know. Maybe we'll just put on a pretty good match.
I mean that's Roderick Strong's middle name. He's Roddy Pretty Good Match Strong.
I mean it is, because he could give a 4.5-star match whenever you want him to. I mean that's pretty much Roddy Strong and the gimmick. Eric Young, EY versus Ty Dillinger. I'm gonna give this match a perfect 10.
This match is gonna be boring.
I hope Ty wins, just because they should give him a win before he leaves and debuts in the Rumble at 10.
I could not give a fuck about this match.
So I'll let Shao Kahn introduce the women's match.
All right, what I'm hoping will be the match of the night, probably not, but the Fatal 4-Way NXT Women's Title match, Nikki Cross versus Peyton Royce, Billie Kay, and Lord of Destruction. That's Asuka.
I've got Asuka retaining.
Yeah, me too.
That's pretty much.
Still gonna be great. Like Asuka always puts on a great match to watch. It's fun to just watch her kill people, and hopefully these three will be pretty good too. Like,
So my question is this: if say like Billie Kay and Peyton Royce screw each other, right? And Nikki Cross gets a pin on one of them. Do you think that Asuka will come back for her belt, or do you think that they'll just move her up to Raw and ruin her gimmick forever?
if she doesn't move up to SmackDown, then fuck this company.
So
fair point.
DIY versus the Authors of Pain for the tag team belt.
Over under 1 injury in this match.
Over.
Oh,
Over.
Let's not hope that happens. I mean, obviously,
I'm not hoping it's happening. I know it's gonna happen.
It's not.
This is your casual reminder that Johnny Gargano is actually 150 pounds and is like 5'5", and these guys are legitimately 350 pounds.
I think the Authors of Pain are going to win this because they're going to do the same thing they did with Sammy a year ago. They're going to hold the belts for 2 months. Then Authors of Pain come in, win the belts, kind of like with KO and Sammy, and then they'll move up to SmackDown, God willing.
Here's what I'm going to say though. I hate that the solution to everything is put him on SmackDown, which I don't want that to happen. But the solution should be just make Raw good.
Yeah.
Also, it's not like SmackDown is perfect either. I mean, outside the main event scene, SmackDown ain't anything special.
I would argue against
scene
that.
Is pretty good.
Yeah, I fucking love the women's scene.
I love Alexa Bliss, so.
Exactly.
All right, let's get through this.
Nakamura versus Rude.
I hate to say it, but I think the tapings that we saw kind of spoiled this match.
What happens?
Cassius Ohno coming back.
Right. So, obviously,
we don't know if that was taped or not, though.
Right.
Like, we can assume it was. I mean, obviously, but are they going to use it or not? Maybe they're just trying to throw us off. They know the type of audience that watches NXT.
That's too much. Have they ever done that before? Have they ever fake taped something just to?
They've leaked stories to dirt sheet sites before to throw people off. And
but
they've done this kind of thing before, but I mean, probably not to that degree though.
Yeah, because I haven't been following this story super closely, but did they actually have Hero walking out and doing the thing, or is it just unconfirmed? Is it just people saying that he did?
No, he did the deal. The deal was done.
Okay, then there's no way that they're gonna do that deal and then just do it to throw people off. There's no way that would happen. It would be a waste of time and money.
Right.
I still think Cassius Ohno is a god-awful name.
Are you kidding me? Hell no. Fuck no, that name is awesome. I love Cassius Ohno.
It's not as good as Chris Hero.
Dude, it's just as good as Chris Hero. I really like Cassius Ohno.
It has Hero right in the name, though. I mean, you can't beat that.
You can't be a heel by being a hero. Come on now. But no, in all seriousness, no, I really like it. I like the name behind. I like the story behind it. It makes perfect sense. You can't say KO, but you can say Cassius, and everybody knows what Cassius is. And I think that's pretty awesome. I don't know what everybody's problem with it, but we're gonna move on here. So it's Dairy Queen drive-through. Beep beep. How about WC
we
Masters?
didn't do predictions.
For what?
For Nakamura.
Do we need to?
It's Nakamura. It's Nakamura.
Nakamura.
But it's gonna be great. The great thing about NXT is that while it's predictable, it's still fun. I don't understand how it's like. I do understand, but it's like with WWE, it's like, oh, Roman's gonna win. I don't care. This guy's gonna win. I don't care. So then she's like, oh, Nakamura's winning, and I'm fine with that. Asuka's winning. I'm fine with that because they're great. They put on great matches.
Exactly, because the people that they put in those positions are good.
For fun.
They want them there.
Yeah.
And they're not named Roman or Reigns.
But if Rude wins, that'll be cool too. Like it's one of those things that's like I'm cool with Rude winning too because he's such an asshole and he's great to boo him but everyone loves his theme song, so either or.
All right, let's do some Dairy Queen drive-through. WC Masters, since you are so affectionate towards this particular match, we're going to have you do the ratings.
Oh boy, Dairy Queen drive-through. The ratings for, let's see, Impact. Impact ratings are 310,000, up from 277,000. Meanwhile, SmackDown has a total of 2.556 million viewers. This is down about 3.6% from last week's 2.652 million viewers. Meanwhile, Raw is at 3.292 million viewers, up from 3.271 million viewers.
All of these ratings going up because no one's watching NFL. Fuck yeah.
Oh boy. Who's excited for this year's Super Owl?
My brother.
I'm excited. I'm excited for two reasons. Number one, I want to see the Falcons win. I know I'm a Saints fan, and that's like heresy, but I want the Falcons to win just because they've had a great season, and Matt Ryan and Julio Jones deserve rings, in all.
I'm a Colts fan, and I want to die.
Oh, yeah, I get that. Whatchamacallit.
Dude, I'm a Jets fan. I got you.
But I also want the Patriots to win because I want to see the shit-eating grin on Tom Brady's face when Roger Goodell hands him the title. I'm just saying, because that would be great. That would be a lot of money considering all the shit that's happened.
Fuck the Patriots.
Fuck the Patriots. Seriously, though. Fuck the Patriots. Right. I hope they get fucking buried all to hell. But yeah, birthdays. How about Shao Kahn?
What?
Why don't you read the birthdays?
I've never done this before.
I know.
Just go for it.
What? Are you on
this
the format?
This is your promo class, man.
Come on, dude. Asuka's watching.
Well, shit. Do we have a thing where the birthdays are at?
Yes, it's on the format. Come on, man.
Yeah,
you've been here like how many weeks?
On the Discord, Gunner just posted the link. It's at the bottom of that docs.
Right below the ratings, segment 3.
Okay.
There, I just pasted it in the.
There we go. Alrighty, on the 22nd, we got Tully Blanchard and Manabu Nakanishi. And on the 23rd, we got Giant Baba and Leilani Kai. And the 24th, we got The Gladiator, Mike Awesome, Gerald Briscoe, and Vince Russo. 25th, we got both Briscoe brothers, Gorgeous George, the scumbag known as Honky Tonk Man, Rod Price, Gordon Stoley, and BJ Whitmer. And the 26th, we got Hawk and Destro, Chantel Taylor, also known as Taylor Wilde, and Volador Jr. Sweet. 28th, we got Billy Bax, Shark Boy, and Sheamus. The 29th, we got Hardcore Holly. The 30th, we got Giant Gonzalez. And then on the 1st, we got Loverboy Dennis Condrey, Nick Mitchell, Masa Saito, and Mike Hawk.
And
I'm a child.
It's time for This Week in Wrestling with me. Because I'm taking over the gimmick this week.
Because there's no happy trails. I wanted to do it.
I don't get to do anything.
Okay, fine. Do me a favor. Find the thing that happened to Sunny this week, and because there is something that happened to Sunny this week. 30 years ago, at WWF Superstars Wrestling Tapings in Tampa, Florida, the Hart Foundation, Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart defeated the British Bulldogs to win the WWF Tag Team Championship. Both Hart Foundation manager Jimmy Hart and referee Danny Davis had a hand in the victory. 23 years ago, on Monday Night Raw from New York City, Mr. Perfect defeated Ric Flair in a loser leaves the WWF match. A bout that essentially was a write-off for Flair, who was leaving the company after just a year and a half. Despite Flair winning the WWF Championship twice, he was unhappy with his direction, and it was mutually decided that Flair should return to WCW. Flair would remain with the WWF until clearing his house show commitments on February 10th before returning to WCW later in the month. Because of the no-compete clause, it wouldn't be until June before Flair wrestled a match for WCW. 17 years ago, today, in Tucson, Arizona, Mankind defeated The Rock in an empty arena match to win the WWF Championship. The bout, the only empty arena match in the company history, took place earlier in the day in the Tucson Convention Center before WWF did their tapings in the following week's shows, with the best pinfall attempt ever. Ever. And 3 years ago today, the 2013 Royal Rumble took place, and it was the final appearance of CM Punk. The 2014 Royal Rumble. He would walk out on WWE before Raw the next night and would soon retire from professional wrestling altogether. The event may be considered one of the great PR disasters in recent wrestling history, considering they were less than a month away from launching of the WWE Network, with many talking to social media following the event expressing their displeasure. So, Yanko, you found the bit on Sunny, huh?
I did actually.
Bit.
It should be the bit, which I think, yes, you have it. Okay, cool. Yango DDS, why don't you have some happy trails for us?
All right, so Sunny, who's been in our Happy Trails segment for since before this show was Smark Snark, and I think even before the show was called We'll Get Serious, at least every other week she shows up. Recently arrested for driving without a license. She has now pled guilty to 6 different criminal charges. She was able to avoid 2 of the biggest charges that could have been a long prison sentence. The charges that she did plead guilty to include driving without a license, driving an unregistered vehicle, operating a vehicle without required financial responsibility, which I would assume is insurance, displaying plate card in an improper vehicle, which I would assume is the wrong license plate on a car it didn't belong on, operating a vehicle without a valid inspection, and driving without evidence of an emission inspection. However, by pleading guilty to all of these offenses, Sunny was able to have the charges of receiving stolen property and fraudulent use or removal of registered license plates removed from the case. That second charge was a more severe charge than displaying the plate card charge she pled guilty to. So she was in a stolen car with stolen plates, and most of the stuff that she has here is infraction stuff that she likely won't do any real time for. I don't know how she does it.
It's sunny. It's sunny days.
I mean, there's still a chance she might face a lot of prison time for this, because she was apparently on probation, I think. So she broke that, and congrats, Sonny, you done goofed.
Pretty much. Hey guys, so how cool do you have to be to have Twitter itself respond to a question that you ask?
Oh boy.
Not very.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it's actually the opposite of being cool.
I love when that happens.
Oh, that's a shame, because Ric Flair asked what "it's lit" means, and Twitter responded, "It's lit, adjective. A, to be styling, profiling, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing. B, woo!"
Oh, hey, I have...
I thought that was funny.
I have
Hey, I have a huge gay porn collection.
Oh, I was
We
gonna,
know.
Okay, but I have the actual sentence that she was given, which is 97 days in jail. She was given credit for 95 days in rehab and 2 days in jail, so she was released without spending a day in prison, but warned if she got in any more trouble while still in her probation, quote, there would be consequences.
There won't be consequences.
She keeps getting away with it. That's why she keeps doing this shit.
I bet you she does another porn in between now and then.
God.
All right.
All right.
So what should we watch this week in wrestling? All right. So let's go bottom to top. Yank DDS. What should we watch?
Oh, I don't know. How about a good Rumble? How about the Rumble from 1997? Hold on, let me look and make sure I'm looking.
That's the right one. That's the right one. That's the best one. That's the right one. WC Masters, what should we watch this week in wrestling? WFC Masters.
Well, if I had to pick one, since you mentioned it earlier, I believe we definitely should watch the Empty Arena match between Rock and Mankind, because I actually do remember watching that live, and that was a shit ton of fun.
It was.
I was wrong. I was thinking of the 2014 one.
Oh, you fucker. Shao Kahn, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Well, we watched this match in West, but there wasn't a lot of people in there. But Mitsuharu Misawa versus Kenta Kobashi, Halloween night, I believe, 1998. Tremendous fucking match there.
Ooh. Save a stock. What should we watch this week in wrestling?
Go back to Wah. Go back to Wah is Wah.
We're going to Wawa, guys.
Yeah. For all the, is that an East Coast or West Coast thing? It's not in the Midwest.
That's an East Coast, like Pennsylvania thing.
Okay, go to Wawa, get yourself a drink, sandwich, go back and watch Raw. Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn had one hell of a match.
Yes, that was really good. I really enjoyed it. Batista's Dick, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
I was naked one time and I accidentally sat on a pencil. My prostate fucking exploded and I came in an ecstasy of pain and pleasure. Blood mingling with semen. Literally liters of blood pouring out of my ass.
Why am I the only one that moves him?
So tell me something. So basically what you're saying is we should watch Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. This week I think you should watch. Actually, it was a lot of fun. I completely forgot about this Rumble because it's the first one, and it's really still really good. 1988, the very first Royal Rumble. What you call it? One of the Bushwhackers comes in and then walks into the ring, and then gets shown out of the ring, and then does this stupid little walk all the way to the back. Walks in. He gets eliminated, walks out, and that's the Bushwhacker, I think, Luke record or whatever it is, and that was just an awesome match.
Can I just tell you the ending of the story? So the ending of the story is, at that moment.
Thank you all for listening. We all appreciate it very much. This has been episode 242, 243.
It sure hasn't.
Or whatever episode we're on. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, podcastthemes.com, for our theme song. Thanks to everybody for being here.
Oh, man.
We really appreciate it. And we would like to say take care, spike your hair. SmarkSnark.com, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.
See you later.
Wah, wah, wah.
Good night, Mount Vernon, Illinois.